Oh, it's coffee time. Hey guys, Shawn here from the Everyday Aficionados, and I'm very excited for today's review because for the first time ever, I was able to get my hands on the coffee variant of Bourbon County. This one is 12.5% ABV, and it's a bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stout brewed with, and I'm going to try not to butcher this, but I probably will, Intelligentsia Fletcha Roja coffee beans from Costa Rica. Like I said, I've been going out to get Bourbon County for a few years now. I actually just got done reviewing the regular 2016 version, but this year was the first year I was able to get my hands on a bottle of the coffee variant. I think that they actually change the coffee beans every year, but still very excited to finally try this beer. Let's get into the Bourbon County brand Coffee Stout 2016. Yeah, so as you'd expect with this one, big hit of coffee characteristics, like fresh roasted coffee, mocha notes in there too, like a cocoa, chocolatey notes, a little bit of vanilla sweetness, but really all about that like espresso roasted coffee characteristic. It smells like fresh coffee beans. Yeah, it smells really nice. Cheers. Incredibly coffee forward. Almost so coffee forward that it's hard to even remember or tell that it was a bourbon barrel aged beer. Lots of roasty espresso and chocolate, dark chocolate, mocha, again cocoa. I've actually had dark chocolate covered espresso beans before, and it actually reminds me a lot of that. Definitely a soft vanilla-like character in there as well. And like I said, the bourbon notes are a little bit hidden behind that big roasty coffee character and the chocolate notes. You do get some of that bourbon coming through though. Again, I also said vanilla, a little bit of the booziness. It's definitely full-bodied, but not like incredibly viscous or chewy or anything like that. Really not a whole lot of carbonation going on. Also getting that sort of smoky, oaky, slight like charred oak character that you get from the regular Bourbon County. It's coming through in this one as well. Maybe a little bit of the toffee caramel-like note that you get in the base beer, but definitely not coming through as much as in the base beer. Again, it's really all about that dark, chocolatey, fudgy, espresso, roasty coffee character in this one. The beer finishes up bittersweet, and it's definitely more bitter than the base Bourbon County, I would say, because you're getting a bitterness coming through from the dark chocolate characteristics as well as the roasty coffee characteristics. And really that's the character that lingers on the palate, is that dark chocolate, cocoa, fudgy character as well as the roasty espresso bean. Alright, so for my final thoughts on the Bourbon County brand Coffee Stout. This one is going to get an A+ for me because it's still one of the best coffee beers that I've had, coffee Imperial Stouts in particular. But comparing it to the base beer, I would prefer the base beer because I feel like some of the complexity and some of the nuances in the base beer are lost with the coffee edition. But if you love chocolate and coffee, you will be in heaven with this beer because, again, it's like a espresso, chocolatey cacophony. But you don't get the bourbon barrel character coming through as much. In fact, it's a little bit hard to even tell it's a bourbon barrel aged beer. And again, I just prefer the complexity and the nuances of the base beer, like the caramel toffee characteristics, the dark fruits, all those things kind of get hidden a little bit behind the coffee notes. But again, if you're a coffee head, if you love dark chocolate, chocolatey coffee, espresso, dessert type things, you're really going to love this beer. Were you guys able to get your hands on the coffee variant of Bourbon County this year? Have you tried past versions? What do you think of the coffee variant as it compares to the base beer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, drink responsibly and passionately. Thanks for watching. Coffee, coffee, coffee.